Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of modeling. So this is what I will be modeling. It also comes with the indent detailing at the top. Okay, this is going to be an interesting journey. So let's begin to start modeling this wireframe end table. So I will begin Shift A and I will add a circle. And I will expand this. I will enter the value over here 35 and that will be divided by 2. Okay, so if I press N, diameter is 35 centimeter. Okay, that was one way to enter it. And now I will raise this up to the overall height of the end table. So I will move it by pressing the G and then I will press Z. Z is the direction, the axis that I want to move it, and I can just type in the value 60 and press enter. And I will press tab and all the vertices are already selected. I will press F to create a face. And now I will press E to extrude and I'll extrude it down, move the mouse downwards. And I will click to accept it and then I'll round this off to -1.5. Okay, this is good. And now I'll create another circle. I'll create the base first. So press Shift A. And this time, let me do it again from here. Shift A. And I'll go to curve and create a circle. Okay, and then from the settings over here I will select 3D, and for the radius I will do the same thing, 35 divided by 2. Okay, and this is it. And now since this is a curve, I'll just press tab, go into the object mode, and then come down over here on the right hand side to the curves properties, scroll down, expand the geometry, scroll down, the bevel, under the bevel section I will enter the value 1. It's too much. I'll reduce it to half, 0.5. Yes, this is fine. So this is the base and the top is done. So the easy part is done. So let's begin the one that is looking a little bit tricky. So I will add another circle, but this time Shift A, I will add a mesh circle. Okay, switch to the wireframe. Where is the circle? Okay, so it remembers the diameter from the last time. This is good. And I'll just press tab to go into the edit mode. All the vertices are selected. And I'll just press E to extrude in the Z. Just bring it up a little bit so I can see what is happening. So I'll go to the top view and then in the wireframe mode, press tab. So I will delete the half of it, so more than half. So this part I will select and press X on my keyboard and I will select, click on vertices. Let's take a look. Okay, so now I will work with this remaining part. Okay, so let me check. So this is my front view. I'll click on this. So now I know this is the front view, as you can see over here. So now I know which view to switch to, front. Fine, so in my wireframe view, I'll bring this down, press G and move it down just a little bit. And now I'll start to extrude it. I'll press E to extrude and bring it over here and then I will press R to rotate. Oh, instead of rotating it, let's take a look. I will start to adjust the shape. I'll reduce the curvedness, that round curve that you see. So I'll reduce it so we can see better in the top view. So I'll press S to scale and then press X, the red line, that is the X. So I'll press X. So this way I can reduce the curve, so about this much. And I'll switch to the front view, and now I will rotate this a little bit just to follow the shape, and then this one maybe I'll just push this. Okay, and now I'll continue extruding. Press E to extrude somewhere over here. It's gonna go in this fashion. Okay, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Press G to move. I'll place it over here. And okay, I forgot to do one adjustment, but let me reduce the curve of this one. Go to the top view and press S to scale, and then in the X-axis I'll just reduce it just a little bit. And the thing that I forgot was I wanted to reduce the scale, or scale it in the green line, Y-axis. So what I will do is select both of these, because I forgot to scale this one. So I'll press S to scale, and then I'll press Y. I'm just going to scale it in this Y. And then this one I will scale it further. Scale in Y. So just to keep the flow. Okay. And then this one I will scale in the X, or I'll switch to the front view, and let me rotate this so this is straight. So now I can scale and reduce the curve. As you can see, it is becoming a little bit more flatter. Okay, and then I think I'll make it even more flat, just almost flat like this. Oh, mistake, undo multiple times. So now I'll scale it and make it straight. S to scale and then X. So let's make it almost flat like this. And now I will switch to the front view and continue extruding it. I'll rotate this just a little bit and then extrude it somewhere over here. And then after extruding it, I will reduce the width by scaling it in the Y-axis. Okay, so as you can see, it's growing and then it is shrinking in the width of it. Okay, that is fine. So this is just the basic. Okay, I'll push it out just a little bit more and then extrude it up somewhere here. And let's take a look in the top view, and we're going to reverse. This is the selected part, so we will reverse to follow this curvature. So the way to do it is scale, press S to scale, and then this is the red line, so I will press X, and now we can reverse this direction and about this much, and I'll just move it in place just a little bit. Okay, so it is falling within the width. Maybe scale it a bit more. Okay, this is fine. So I'll repeat the same thing for this one. Okay, so let's take a look in the top view. Scale, S to scale, and then X, and then I can, yeah, now it's following the, so this one I need to scale it in S, scale in the Y, so that it follows the flow coming from the bottom. Okay, a bit more. And now I can adjust it further in the top view. So I can reduce the curvature, scale in the X. Oops, I'll try again. Scale in the X and reduce it just a bit. Somewhere here, and then push it back here. Okay, so this is looking good. I mean, so far, just creating the flow of it. And then I will smooth it. So this one, I can just move it. Oops, select in the wireframe. So I select everything and I just push it over here. And then bring this one. And then this one, just adjusting it a little bit. Then rotate it. Just follow a natural flow. Okay. And this one, I think I will take this point and this point and just push it out a bit. Okay. And then these ones on the inside, I'll push it in. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then I'll just select these now and scale it in the X just to make it a little bit flatter. And just push this in a bit. Okay, and then now I can apply the subdivision. Go to the modifiers and add a subdivision surface. I'll increase it maybe to 3. You can already see the flow. So if I want to modify, I can modify it now. So I think I'm happy with this. Okay, so now it's time to extract the edges from this mesh that we created. So I will delete this modifier and let's go into the edit mode. Press tab and I'll switch to the edge mode. I can quickly select all of these, or I can press the shortcut Control Alt and then click on one of the edges. Then it will select the ring. Okay, once the ring is selected, I can do is come over here to select, then come to select loops and then click on edge loops and it will select the entire loop. Okay, this is what I want. And now I can extract it. So just press P on the keyboard and then click on selection. So it will extract the selection and it's done. I will press tab to go to the object mode and then just deselect everything. And let me try to click on the newly created mesh object. Okay, so this one I will hide it. So I'm only left with the extracted edges. All right. And now at the moment this is a mesh. I will convert this to a curve. So now it is converted to a curve. And come over here to the curve properties. Scroll down. Under the geometry, under the bevel, I will enter the depth value half of this. Whatever I have put in here, this was 0.5. So then I will input for this one 0.25. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. And now I can add subdivision modifiers. So come over here to the modifier and then add subdivision surface. And then I'll increase this to 3. This is for the viewport. I'll increase 1 for the render as well. And just deselect and take a look. Yep, this is good. I like it. But I don't like what I did in the modeling what I did over here, so I think I should have kept it intact. What I can do is I can still modify it. Can do is select this one, the second one from here, and then the second one from here, just to balance it out. Okay, I'll switch to the front view. Let me try to see if this works. Press G and move this forward. Yeah, just to balance it out. Deselect. Okay, you get the idea. So now the remaining part is this one. What I will do is press tab, go into the edit mode. I will create an inset of this. So I will switch to the face selection, click on the top one and click on the bottom, and then I will press I to inset it this much, and then I will inset one more time, press I to inset. Yeah, this is fine. And then I will select this one, the one in the center. So what I will do is, while I'm in the face selection mode, I will hold Control Alt and click on the edge. So it will select the face loop. Alright. With this selected, I will extrude it down. Press E to extrude. And then I'll push it down. Just a little bit. So just creates a little indent detail. Okay. And what I can do is go into the edge mode and alt click on this one and then bevel it. Control B. Bevel it very subtle. Click. Let me see the settings. And let's make this 0.025. Okay, this is fine. Same value I will apply over here. Alt click to select this edge loop. Press Control B. Then 0.03. Sorry. Stake 0.025. Okay, so now it's using the same value. Same thing I will do over here. Control B. I'll just type in 0.025. I can give more on the outer edge. So 0.05. Yeah. Same thing I'll do over here. Alt click. So select the entire edge loop. And then press Control B and then 0.05. This is good. And now I can add a subdivision modifier. In the object mode, go to the object mode, then click on add subdivision and increase the levels, and I will add edge loop just to keep this surface straighter. At the moment it's bending slightly, as you can see. So what I will do is press Ctrl R and then click to accept, and then bring this over here. And then I'll press Ctrl R one more time, click to accept, and then it comes down with the mouse. Just bring the mouse down over here, and now press tab so it's more straight. And in order to make this look smoother, I'll select the object, right click and shade smooth. Okay, so now this has a nice detailing going on. Okay, after applying the subdivision, it squeezes the object just a little bit in. So what I can do is bring the vertices of these inside as well. So press tab, select this, press tab to go into the edit mode, and I'll select all of these vertices and then push it in the red line x-axis. So come closer so I can see. Okay, so press G to move, and in the x-axis. Let me just push it in. Okay, this is good. extrude from the bottom. And I think I can go and fix this as well. So the third one. I'll quickly select 1, 2, 3, third one, and then just balance it out just to reduce this gap a little bit. So press G, and in the x-axis I'll just push it. As you can see, it will just make it look a little bit even. Okay, so this is good. Press tab and you get the idea. So this is our lovely wireframe end table. So I hope you learned something from it. So if you liked it, give a thumbs up. And now I will apply material to this table. So the first thing is I will switch to the shading view. Okay, so this shading view is so wonderful. They created this workspace. Alright, so we are already in the material preview. I will start with the top piece. It will have two different finishes. So the side will be the black metal and the center part will be a different finish, a bit of a grayish tone to it. So I will start with creating a new material and I'll call this black metal something. Okay, I'll change the color, make it dark blackish, more darker, and I will increase the metallic way up and reduce the roughness. Yeah, just a little bit, just to keep the roughness a bit. Okay, and now I'll click on this plus so I can create another material. This will be top, and I will use this some grayish, a bit of bluish tint to it. So this is the color that I am creating. Okay, scroll down and I'll add a bit of metallic, and the roughness I reduce just a little bit. So in order to, let me scroll up. So in order to apply this here, let me switch to the solid view and I will press tab and I will start to select the portion that I want to apply. So I'll switch to the face mode. I'll click on this. So the face is selected. Okay, and I will select this material and click on assign. Now see what happens. I'll press tab and switch to the material preview. Oh, this is looking nasty. So this is not what I want. So I will switch to the solid view and press tab to go into the edit mode. The reason why I'm getting is I need to include this part as well. So I'll zoom in. So I'll click Alt and click. It will select the entire ring. And now this ring will also be assigned this top material. So click on assign and now switch to the material preview. Press tab and now you can see the result. Okay, so this is what I wanted. And let's continue. The remaining part will be the same black metal. So once this is selected, come over here from the, click on the drop down and select metal. And then pan and select the bottom ring. And then click on this arrow and then select black metal. Deselect everything. Alright. So this is our lovely wire table. It's complete. Alright. So I hope you learned something from it. So don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So see you in the next video, in the next episode. Until then, take care. Bye bye.